In this video, we're going to explore the box sizing border box property, and this is really important because after that we're going to go and dive deep into the margins and the paddings and the borders, which are these parts here. And this is absolutely crucial to understand. But for this, you must know what is a box sizing, or what does this do. And maybe I already discussed that, but I want to make sure this is a specific one where you have a true understanding of, because if you don't have understanding of this, you might get stuck, you will have frustration, and you have some issues. Alright, so what does box sizing really do? Well, basically, if you look here right now, we have this item here, which is our leaf. We created our leaf, and then what we want to do now is we have here certain margins. With box sizing, the height and the width within the border and the padding will be set up based on this. So for example, the full width and the full height will be based on whatever is set here. This will be the full width and the height. This means only if the box sizing has been activated. If this box sizing border box has been activated, this will stay within its margins here, or be within the height of 100. So you will always expect this to be 100. No matter if the border would be bigger, let's say 20, then still it says 100. So let's start and look here. If we make this border now 10 pixels, how big will be the height or the width of the leaf in total? Well, if we refresh this right now, you can see we have this, and how big will be the width and the height? Well, if you look at it, it is still 100. The content itself has been squeezed into 80 pixels, 80 by 80, because the border has taken away a chunk of its space. This is because box sizing has been active on the border box. Because this is your border box, you can see here this border line. Within the border line, this is consistent. So let's say if there would be now a padding. And I will cover padding later on step by step, because this is also really important. We have a 10 pixel padding. If we save this and refresh, you can see now what happens. How big is the size here? Well, you might have seen it, but if you will guess here, still the exact height and width is 100 pixels. But the only thing what has changed is that the border has a 10 pixel top, bottom, left and right, and the padding has a 10 pixels on top, bottom, left and right. So let's look at that, and you can see here now we have here in total of 20 top and bottom. Of a top for the border gets 10 and the padding gets 10, so that's 20. And then if you look at the bottom, it's 10 and 10, so that makes also 20. So these two together, top and bottom, will be 40, plus the content space is 60, which is 100. So this is the size of 100. If we make this 160, you will see now it expands, but it will only expand, the height will expand to 120. Well, there's 40 pixels or 20 pixels top and 20 pixels down, which makes 40 pixels in total here because of the settings here. Alright, this is very important. So if I will change this here, I'll save this back. I put this back here. And now let's go and do this here. We're going to remove the box sizing. My question for you is, when you do the box sizing, how big will be the height, including the padding and the border of our leaf? Do you know, or do you have a guess? Do you think it's 100? Do you think it will be lesser than 100, or will be more than 100? Well, let me tell you this. If you understand that box sizing keeps everything in a consistent of 100, if you remove the box sizing, then the height and the width will be only based on content. So what's the content? Basically the text, where the text is in. So that means that that's 100, and then it will add on plus whatever the border is, plus whatever the padding is. So that would mean 100 plus top and plus bottom border, and then plus top and bottom padding for the height. So that would make total of 40 here. So the height, the complete height would be 100 plus top border is 10 plus bottom border 10, which is 20, and then plus the padding top plus padding bottom. I'll just make it short to make this. And this was also 10, as we set this here. And 10 makes this 140 pixels in total. Alright, so you can see 140 pixels. Let's save this and refresh here. And you will see now the main content within is 100 pixels. You can see 100 pixels. Then we have the padding and the item and the border becoming the top, and the top padding and the top border are 10 and 10 to makes 20, and bottom as well 10 and 10 makes 20 as well. So the total here, you will see now here, the total is div leave. If you see here, I cannot use my mouse at this part, but you can see here div leave, and then you see 140 by 140. If you click on that, that is correct, because this here total is 140 as well, both sides. So this is the border box, or the box sizing border box. Very, very important to remember. You have to remember this. Now you say, well, what happens if I add in the margin? Will margin play around, will have an impact on it? Question, yes or no? What do you think? The answer is no. And the reason why is border box works from the border and then within. It will not work outside of the border because it's not a border. We would name it margin box, basically. That makes sense. So everything outside will not be impacted on the items. It's only the inner part here. So this is extremely important to remember. So if you have any questions regarding this one, and I won't be surprised if you do have, put them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions regarding this, make sure you put them in the comment section. I'll get back to you. And if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here. You will probably enjoy this as well.